Hello, friends. I'm Sofia Dorinskia, a doctor and head of the Center for Medical Information. Today, let me answer your question again. This question really caught my attention. A viewer asked, "A person? What is all this nicotinic acid? That's so boring." So again, will your answer to the question be something like nicotinic acid? Is it necessary? That's why there's nothing new. My friends, I know this topic, and many people somehow get into it. Life in the Matrix. And everyone tries to understand, what is it like to live in the Matrix? A cat walked by, then another. It's a Matrix glitch. And everyone thinks there's some kind of operator or someone else sitting there. Another world exists, and we live in some kind of imaginary world. And actually, those little green numbers are just falling down like this. My friends, life in the Matrix. It's an imitation. It's an imitation of decisions. It's an imitation of actions. It's an imitation of help. It's an imitation of love. The Matrix is an imitation. What does nicotinic acid have to do with this? Well, if a solution is found, then it's found. If the answer to a huge number of health problems, and I'm not afraid to say almost the majority of health problems the answer is a deficiency of nicotinic acid as a primary vitamin deficiency. And all the further variety that we see is a manifestation of combined vitamin deficiencies and secondary pathologies, where the body is already starting to break down in subtle ways. So if a solution is found, then it's found. And trying to look for something else is just an imitation of searching for a solution. It's an imitation of science. It's an imitation of help. It's even an imitation of being smart. Because if you're smart, you see that the solution has been found. And there's no point in worrying about it anymore. Absolutely none, if you're smart. You just need to make that decision, apply it, get the result, and move on to something else. Continuation. You see, and that's when you won't be living in the Matrix. And that's when you'll feel this real life, when you look at life as it is. But if as it is, this is life. And the scientists who discovered vitamins, after all, it's not for nothing that it's called the pre-nicotinic era and the post-nicotinic era. They called it an era because there were a huge number of observations and records. Doctors described it as pellagra, and they didn't know why, but they knew it was pellagra. They couldn't find an answer to the question of why it was happening. And when nicotinic acid was discovered, and when they started giving it to people, oh my goodness, such a huge number of pathologies. I'll tell you more. Psychiatric hospitals will become empty if psychiatrists know pellagra, as well as the best doctors on the planet. There won't be any depressions left, and antidepressants won't be needed at all. Because with pellagra, absolutely. There is this clear antidepressant effect, a clear depressive syndrome with all sorts of different branches, you see, which you can't cope with anything at all. You can take a ton of antidepressants, but if something small happens and you start refusing the antidepressants, everything will come back. You see, that very hidden depression everyone talks about, the one that made the whole planet covered in antidepressants, that very depression really does exist. When you talk to someone, they smile at you, they're cheerful, and half an hour later they're hanging in a noose. And everyone says, "Where did that come from?" This is pellagra. It's described, it's a special pellagrous condition, and its cause is very serious. Pellagra is a very severe condition. You will never cure it with just antidepressants. Pellagra. Why does it happen? Because the pellagrous clinical sign is the expectation of catastrophe, and people live with this for years. This is a clinical pellagrous sign, and a person may smile at you, they may smile at you, but at the same time, they might be thinking about going and hanging themselves. It's a painful condition. It's not unknown. It's been eradicated from medicine. And the answer to it, neither antidepressants nor the massive pharmaceutical industry, which is already overloading people with these drugs. I hear they're even giving them to animals now. Know what else to do with these antidepressants. And the answer to them is nicotinic acid. It's a deficiency of nicotinic acid. Do you like it or not? It's fun, it's lively, it's inspiring, it's overwhelming, it's all of that. It doesn't matter. There is an answer, a scientific answer, an answer described by doctors, an answer confirmed by clinical data. It exists. Can you imagine? Everything you've just done, you just took it and threw it away. And almost no one knows about it anymore. Only here, on this channel, can I tell you about it. Because I have books, real, authentic books, a huge library, painstakingly collected with genuine medical data. And when you open these books, well, you stop living in the matrix. You just understand what's happening in this life. So do you want to know what the matrix is? The matrix is an imitation. It's an imitation of life. It's an imitation, maybe an imitation of love. If they hit you, it means they love you. It's an imitation. If someone cheats in a family, it's just an imitation, not a real family. It's the matrix. If you, as a psychiatrist, overload him with antidepressants, antipsychotics, whatever, without understanding the root cause at all, what is this condition really? What's the reason? It's an imitation. If you, as an endocrinologist, tell a person that their thyroid will die if it starts receiving iodine, you're just imitating your work. Because the thyroid gland can't be harmed by being given iodine. It can't. Just watch my other videos. I explain there why the thyroid hormone doesn't work in the body, because it's not the final hormone. Because the thyroid gland in the body creates a byproduct, so to speak. If we use production terms and look at our body as a factory, as a production unit, then the thyroid hormone is a byproduct that, by itself, does not enter the cell. Do you understand? And transthyretin must be produced in the liver. And so we have the liver. And we get, well, trans obviously means transportation. TE. This is thyroxine retin, so yeah, we also need vitamin. Can you imagine? It's also a protein, meaning meat. We need to see how much someone eats, then someone comes in. With thyroxine poisoning, and at the same time, thyroxine starvation. What does that mean? It means that his cells are screaming up, "Hey, you up there, the bosses, give us some thyroid hormone." The bosses, that means, have taken control of the thyroid. Up there, the thyroid is working hard. The person is dying from thyroxine intoxication. That's right, because it doesn't enter the cell. You learned the first part. You learned one step, but you forgot the second step. You're just pretending to do your job. You're pretending to do your job. That's why when people come to us and hop, 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 hop during the curation, hop, 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 everything came together. Everything is back to normal. Everything, everything. If the thyroid gland is enlarged due to an autoimmune process, hop, the body has removed this unnecessary thyroid tissue. Because this is an absolutely normal, absolutely natural process. Because the gland tissue is similar to embryonic tissues. Please read Dombrovskaya. Everything is written there. Everything is explained so clearly you can't imagine. When you read it, I don't know, it's written for idiots. Excuse me. The great Dombrovskaya. She explained everything simply. Do you understand? Is your autoimmune process reducing the mass of the gland? But what do we see? We have a person who is in the process of recovery. The doctor sees him for the first time. The person takes tests, and naturally, he has high autoimmune markers. Oh God, she died. Lord, this is the worst autoimmune process. Doctor, well, you're seeing the person for the first time. You've caught just a part of the process. Your patient is alive. Your patient is alive. Do you understand? And you just grabbed onto something here and start dying. Thank you. From fear. Why are you dying from fear? He'll be fine soon. Things will return to normal. And the main thing is, the criterion is that the person feels good, you see? The person feels good. That's the criterion that the right processes are happening in the body. There are no complaints. But she saw nothing, so to speak. Neither the beginning nor the end. Nothing. When did you notice this happening? Did you clutch your chest? You ask a person, "Oh, I feel fine. How do you sleep?" "I'm fine, I sleep well." But according to the paperwork, she should already be, I don't know, climbing the walls. She shouldn't be sleeping at all. She should be going into psychosis. But she feels fine. So what is that you see? This is real life when the process is happening, when you see. And this is life in the matrix. You saw something, scared yourself, scared the patient, didn't figure out what's what, didn't write down Durinsky's question. Editor. So I had someone come in here, and you started building up some mental constructs on your own. Vitamin C causes kidney stones. Comrades, subtitles. From what castle in the sky were you brought down to this earth? Which fantasy world are you from? Someone has a 39-degree fever, and you won't let them take vitamin C. In what paradise are you residing at this moment? This is life in the matrix. You don't even understand, looking at the body, what process it's going through. You see, that's what life in the matrix is. So, if the answer to the question has been found, and regarding pellagra, the answer to the question has been found. It's nicotinic acid, so it's been found. And that's all you need to know about it. You need to know what pellagra is. You just need to know how to deal with it. That's it. That's all. And get on with other real things. Build roads, be calm, raise children, cook delicious food, build beautiful houses, make carved furniture so that we are surrounded by beauty. Anything at all, but you don't need to decide. But if you keep questioning what's already been decided, it's like cleaning what's already clean. Nothing good will come of it. You'll just keep going around like this, you know? And pretend. Pretend that you're smart. Pretend that you're doing something important. Pretend that you're looking for solutions. That's it. That's exactly what it is. Life in the matrix. It's not real. It's not real. And your life will end up going nowhere in the end. What's unpleasant about life in the matrix? That when you look back, you realize what? And so, this is what I lived for, and tomorrow it's already the end, and that's it. That's all. So don't waste your life on nonsense. If a solution is found, then it's found. Focus on some other issue. I'll tell you which issue you can focus on. To this day, gentlemen pharmacists, with all their huge budgets, they still can't make a vitamin B1 that's not disgusting to drink. It's so bitter, I can't even describe it. My cat was sick recently, and he needed vitamin B1. So I tried everything I could think of. I added so much sugar, just so he would eat that vitamin B1. Well, make vitamin B1 in some kind of pill that you can drink, that you can give to a child. He'll chew it, and he won't throw a tantrum for half a day, because you put such bitterness in his mouth that it's just awful. And so that the dose in this pill is normal, not 0.1 milligrams, but 25, 500, or 1,000 milligrams. Do you understand? The kind that people with various neurological conditions need to take? A normal dose should be in the pill. Otherwise, we end up saying, "Oh, what a pile of pills." Well, I don't know why you put that in there. So we search all over the planet, looking for some pharmaceutical companies somewhere that, thank God, finally decided to put a normal dose in there. You know, even here, as it turns out, there are a huge number of problems. A huge number of problems. So get to work, get to work. But make this vitamin B1 so that it can be taken normally. One that doesn't take your breath away. And as an adult, if you're sitting there thinking, "Oh God, this is impossible." That's all. I hope I answered your question regarding boring versus fun, and about nicotinic acid, vitamins, and so on. And thank you so much to everyone who sent in questions. Of course, I will continue to collect interesting questions, so please keep sending them in, because questions like how much nicotinic acid I should take, but I don't know how much you should take. Always check the instructions as a standard. If you are not on a deficiency elimination program, follow the instructions and take it as directed. The instructions are basically written for everyone. When you are under my supervision, under my control, that's when we start. But otherwise, well, just check the instructions. How much should I take? It's written there. Take as much as it says. That's all. Well, if you need our help, please come to the Medical Information Center. Send your requests, and we'll be happy to help. Thank you. Thank you.